as always, appreciate you and your time for such a time as this, y'all. We ain't got a lot of time to be playing around with this reset and how these oligarchs and demonic beings want to wreck our lives in this game called life. But I keep seeing the same person over and over and over. And of course, y'all know I call him the Beast, and his little cohorts of love bugs that want to help the game be fulfilled the way it was penned. And y'all know how I feel about that. When man pens something, I know that it's fallible, even though some say it's not. That's fine. I don't argue with anybody. But what I do know is they want their will to be done. The Beast wants his will to be done. And other Elohims and fallen and not fallen want their will to be done. But I want to talk about why in the world would 9/11 be part of the Beast system? Why would 9/11 open up the gate to the Beast? Why would it? Well, of course, Boaz and what is it? The other one, someone put it down in the bottom with the two towers of the Masonic order, Jesuit order. Those two towers fell, which represented our money here in America, the reset of our monies. Of course, this article is September the 11th. That's a 9/11 for those folks who don't know. And there's 505 views. 2 5s is a 10. 10 is the beginning and the end. It's also a doorway. It's part of the Fibonacci Decagon House of Death, if you don't know about that. It's just a doorway, a spell. It's how they do a spell. It's sort of kind of funny how this guy's name is Fabio, like Fibonacci almost. All right, so let me go back and let's look at CIA Gate, number 11. Isn't it interesting? It's number 11. Exclusive, unveiling Saudi network behind 9/11. Former FBI agents' revelations. So this is so sweet, the wording. Revelations. The book of Revelations, that pen book, plus other books, whether in the Muslim faith or in the Christian faith, or whether in the Jewish faith, or whether Catholic. The revelation, the revealing. So, we got 9/11. Today is 9/11. Cool. The date, I'm verifying. So look, y'all know how I feel about the CIA. The CIA is the Catholic Intelligence Agency. Now, if I go look at the decode, it may be, I don't know if Catholic Intelligence Agency is 666 or is it, where's my notation? I'm not going to pull it up right now. But believe me, CIA means something, okay? Believe me. 2, 3, that's 1. So anyway, I was trying to count right here, but I'm not going to do it. I want to get to the point, and my point is, okay, I'm going to stop being all drama. My point is, either look to the left or the right on the screen. I'm sure I have it up here in one of my bubbles. You see a guy with a Bitcoin on his chest. Now, they said that the blockchain market was created by some Asian person. Okay, well, I'm assuming that over there is the East and over there is Asia. Okay, let's just say it in general, in Asia. Somebody in Asia over there in the East did Bitcoin, did WorldCoin, so many coins so far. So this guy, the AI specialist, which they're really not, but they're willing to innovate in such a way that will be inwardly. So for people who are not so staunch on going inwardly with the nanotechnology, this guy being willing to go inwardly with the nanotechnology is bringing in this transhumanism that those who don't want to leave the planet and be reincarnate, they don't want to leave again. They want to stay. And they need vessels that can last for hundreds of thousands of years with their same memory. Because when in this game called life, I know a lot of people don't understand this part of the veil, this part of the seeing. And there are a lot of people out here that knows extremely a lot about the game, extremely a lot about what the coded books are saying and what the coded language reveals. However, there's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end there is death. Why? Because you get left in the game. The game includes the heavens and it includes the hells. the Hades, the lower parts of the realm. So if you do not choose willfully to go outside of the dome, to willfully go outside of the game, to willfully go outside of the firmament, and acknowledge and accept that you are an eternal being, and we all are one. Yet because we all are one, there is not one greater than you or lesser than you. Now, some people would say that's blasphemous. Some people would say that's just demonic. And I would say, you have eyes that can see. You have ears that can hear. Many have already said, even including Yeshua Jesus, that we are gods. However, y'all know how I am on this platform. I don't relish in some term God, because I know it means dog, like the Wizard of Oz, Toto. They play games with us. I know dog means dogma, and I know dogma is penned by man. And I know that the person that pens the dogma ultimately is saying, I'm God over you. And unless you've seen your Elohim pen it and copyrighted it, then man penned it and copyrighted it. Now, we can deceive ourselves, because remember, it says in many books, but this particular one book, it says, the heart is deceitful above all things. See, the heart is deceitful above all things. So if you're only leaning on your heart and you're not using knowledge, wisdom, and good understanding, and you're not rightfully dividing all the things that you put before you, not just the words of some Elohim, but all the things that you ingest in front of you, you have to rightly divide them. You have to allow them to line themselves up in sequence. Because if you do not allow sequence, everything, even stuff you don't like, if it falls underneath, let's say in gematria, if it falls underneath those numbers, you may not like the fact that, hey, I don't like the fact that that name went with these characters. But you got to follow the story. You have to follow the code, because somebody wrote it and somebody wants it to be unveiled. But how many of us are willing, totally willing, to turn away from the beast system? And the beast system is so deep. It's so extensive. It's so in our faces. It's like you wouldn't believe that almost 99.9% of everything you know is a lie, other than the fact that you're an eternal light being that has never had to be made, that always existed, that came into this game, somehow we got deceived and got zamped and our memories removed each time we come here. Now, I used to didn't believe in reincarnation until I sort of kind of saw it in the King James, and I was like, oh, is that why they asked Yeshua, Jesus, who do they say the Son of Man? He said, who do they say the Son of Man am? I was like, oh, okay, I get that now. I get it. But that's fine. So let's get to the point. And the point is this guy right here. We see that he is 666. We see the cipher that he's under. Look, there's nothing new under the dome going on. They will not do something quickly when they have time to do it slowly. Albert Pike was talking about there's going to be World War I, II, and then finally III. Now, we're in III already. But this war with Ukraine and this war with, I'm going to say Gaza, with the Hamas people, is only because the same people, from the Jesuits to the Aussie Nazis, all of them absolutely want to be the ones in charge of the reset when they reset the world. Now, they want to annihilate as many people as possible, like the Georgia Guidestones were illustrating. They blew those up to let us know. I think they blew them up at 333. They were trying to let us know that there's going to be a reset, baby. And they're going to remove as many people on the planet as possible through willfulness. People willfully took a mark. They willfully took it. Why? Out of fear, out of the tickling of honey waxed lips, people with sweet lips speaking to them. Look at me, I'm taking it. Look at me, I'm taking it. And you know, our politicians are such liars. I'm sure it was a Pablito shot. I'm sure it was a fake shot. Maybe Biden's wasn't, because you know he's really just, I don't even think the man's alive, but let's say he is. Whoo, he's not here. Then you see this debate stuff last night. It was like, I didn't watch it last night. I watched Redacted and just looked at their preview of it because I really didn't feel like indulging my thoughts into that. I was looking at the copper skinned indigenous people here in America, how they were the original ones that came over here with Enlil, the Anunnaki, who they called Yahweh, and Yahweh was trying to establish himself here in America. Yahweh be tripping. They call him Yahuwah too. He be tripping. He be tripping. You know, you should serve him. He be tripping because him and his brother Enki and their sister Tiamat, these wanna be called Elohims. People do call them gods, and they say that's my Father which art in heaven and all that. I understand that. I used to be there. I used to do that. Of course, after he revealed himself to me, and I told him, look, I can't serve you no more because I know what you about. And he was cool with it. I mean, I acknowledge that, you know, these eternal beings, like we are eternal beings, are pretty much just family because he's copper skinned like me. But dude was pretty big, I must admit. Dude was pretty big. He wasn't big as the Twin Tower, but he was he was bigger than a tree. I will tell you that. He was pretty big. And he wasn't offended because I have come to an awareness. And as long as you're not totally awakened to who you be, not to bow and serve anybody, but to live upright. You don't need a book to tell you how to live upright. Of course, books can help you, encourage you to do some things that are definitely moral. We don't want to be out here like some rainbow bright people out here acting a fool. We don't want to be out here looking stupid because a lot of these people out here just into lasciviousness of the flesh. So, I mean, the things that I learned growing up, at least until I got, I was in my belief system religion from birth to almost mid 40s, and then I was like, you know what, I'm old now, but when I was younger, my entire life was just when it comes to King James Version, I can quote whole entire chapters and I understand them. So that's why it became sort of easy for me when I went into gematria to let it go, because I was like, oh my goodness, this is the eyes to see and ears to hear. So let's scroll them down and let's look at, because you know I like to do my spiel first. It says U.S. government for 23 years. Now 23 years is not theatrics, but it talks about 23 years talks about black stars, and it talks about this thing about not Negroes but then gods, and the female lady bitch. 9/11 was shrouded in secrecy by the female lady bitch, which is America Incorporated, though. Okay, so that's what that 23 is talking about right there. I want to really just go down to this guy down here, but you know I hate making my videos like that, just straight to the point, but maybe I should. Remember, anything that happens on 9/11 is just coded. Omar al-Bayoumi. I need to put his name in there. It's very hard. So this guy was on Capitol Hill. They said, who is he? An Egyptian national born in 58. 58 is a special number as well. Suspected of orchestrating terrorist activities and helping Al-Qaeda to conduct attacks within the United States, according to the FBI. Initial targets included the Capitol building before shifting focus to the World Trade Center. The FBI believes this guy played a critical role in coordinating the hijackers' activities, received blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I know the Bushes already knew about it, and Dick Cheney already knew about it, and the guy with the building 7 or 9 already knew about it, so bull crap. But anyway, let's go along with the story. So it says he knew too many Saudi secrets on 9/11 massacre. U.S. intelligence abused MBS but concealed motive. Accused. I said abused. I might be right on that though. You know, it's like a Floridian slip, but you know, a lot of times you be right. Now they're talking about Osama bin Laden, spiritual mentor. But check this out. I went on down and I was like, I know that the Saudis and the Israelis, who are Aussie-Nazis, who are Edomites, I know the Aussie-Nazis live between the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea, the cold area, and came over down into the desert area. And now they're acting like the Shemites, which are Japhites, living in the house of Shem in the last part of the game. the reset. So they say in the end times, but to me, it's the reset. It's the end of this game. They flood things, burn books, destroy technology, and then they call themselves starting over. But a lot of their technology is under the earth, inside the caverns of the earth, inside of these bunkers. Okay, nothing new going on here. And their Elohims, the ones they serve, some sit up in the dome part of the sky, cloaked, and then you got some that sits in the earth in the caverns with their little seances they do. So I'm just going on down. I mean, about 12 years ago, I dreamed that it was going to be a lot of mosques in America, and that's happening. But anyway, so you got the Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation. I don't know what good they are, but I hear you. This says FBI declassified model of Saudi complicity in the plot, but doesn't unveil mysteries on Israel and CIA covering. So you see these names, Israel, you see Saudi. This is not by any accident that these people are so their names are so in this article. Okay, it says the document also underscores the pivotal role that Saudi Ministry of Islamic Affairs, MOIA, and its official like Khalid, I'm not going to say his name, Jarrah, in supervising mosque activities. This says founded through diplomatic channels, Saudi Arabia maintained control and coordinate with key figures, ultimately establishing and financing extremist networks in South California that provide a base for Al-Qaeda 9/11 attacks. Check this out. The Bushes and the Saudis worked together to get this done. You got the Vice President Dick Cheney. I think he had a stock in Halliburton, and this is what it's all about. It was just about money and power, and everybody seems like they're kissing behind the behinds of Saudi Arabia, because you can't tell me they're doing all of this for this petrol oil that backs the dollar, or used to back the dollar, for the Middle East, only because they just think that because they have money. There are other families that have money too, but for some reason or the other, the beast is convincing these people to turn their backs on their own country. Well, of course, it's not their country, because the country, okay, let's keep that straight. United States of America, not incorporated. The tenets of those folks who are owning land here in America, originally the land was indigenous copper skinned Americans. Americans now, but indigenous copper skinned natives originally gave land out to tenants so that they could do some stuff here in America. The natives, not the natives that were mixed with the Caucasian, not those natives. I mean, parsley, yeah, but when they got married to, when they started mixed breeding, the Caucasian side of them did tricks that took the paperwork and the land, and somehow they did laws, and they did a whole bunch of counterintelligence things that caused the great-great-grandparents not to inform the grandkids that after so many hundred years the land should come back. Now it's finally supposed to come back, but now they want to blow it up. Now the indigenous people, the copper skinned indigenous people, are the original. Remember I said Enlil, Yahweh is copper skin. If you don't know that the God you serve is copper skin, and I'm telling you he's copper skin, and you think I'm lying that he's copper skin, you ask him in your prayer time. I watched the video, and you call him what you call him, Father. I watched the video, and there's this female, and let's call this female P. And P said that she saw you, that she know you, that she served you 40 plus years faithfully, and that she walked away, and you don't dislike her, and you don't hate her because she walked away. Matter of fact, you all right with her because you know she's woke. You all right with her because you know she's going to lead the game. You're all right with her because she knows she's an eternal being that no longer has to bow and serve nobody, but she hates no one. And she has hope for everyone, that they'll wake up from the game and leave the dome, come out of the cage. Why does the mockingbird sing? The mockingbird sings because the mockingbird doesn't know he's in the cage. The mockingbird doesn't know she's in the cage. in the WWW. See, I know I am. But once I'm done with this game, I don't want to leave this game immediately. Once I'm done with this game, and I do this game like a champ, and I play this game like a champ, and I assist as many people as I can while I can who can hear, then I'll leave when I want to leave. See, I had left a comment on a Warriors page about how there has been times where I've looked up in the sky with my house and I've had drones, and this started in 2011, 2012, and it's been like that. But I already know nothing formed against me will ever be able to do that which they set it out to do. It just won't, because I say not. You know, I'm one of these kind of people that I'll speak to a storm. See, I'll speak to a storm. I've seen storms. I've seen tornadoes come right down in front of me and open their mouth up. Do y'all know storms have mouths? Do y'all know storms have eyes and teeth? That they're beings? And you can speak to them and tell them, get out my way. And they'll do exactly what you say. I'm just in a whole nother place than most people. And I've learned how to humble myself at the fact that, hey, I had been so blind for so long. I wasn't asleep, I was slumbering. Because I've never been asleep. But I slumbered for a mighty long time. I would wake up to the truth. I'll fall back into the trance. I'll fall back into the ghost spell. The ghost spell. It's a spell. But for some it works. Some need it. Now look at this. I need to get on off here. I just saw my husband come home for lunch. I fixed him something for lunch. And I put it in the microwave, even though I don't use the microwave. I still put it in there to keep it mild. So right here it says 9/11 avoidable massacre allowed by CIA helped Al-Qaeda in Balkans, obstructed FBI investigations, tribute to John O'Neill killed in the towers. Look, also I found out this morning that there is a assistant sheriff in North Carolina. He found out that the mortgage, there's a scheme going on with the American mortgage with China. And there are other things that's going on with Congress people, and they had all the evidence set up to expose this. And then some agency came in, broke into their quote unquote, took their computers, their documents, so that they could do the investigating of it. So it's a lot of people here in America trying to expose the corruption that's within, so that the corruption without won't manifest here on these lands. And I'm going to tell you something. It's really not about people sinning. It's really about people loving the truth. And the truth is, this is a world that's all about recycling. This is a world about reincarnation. This is a world about keeping you dumb. This is a world about keeping you in fear. This is what this play is about. How do you think the Simpsons cartoon put spells on people? It's predictive programming. And these G5 towers, if you got the pow, 2021 to 2024, those towers are going to be able to either take you out or convince you see something in the sky that caught people up into the heavens. And it's going to be fake, but it is what it be. The blue-green technology we got in the sky. So here it is, CIA Substack. They're going on. You see Hunter and his dad. You see Albert Pike. And you see, they almost like their relatives. Interesting. World Trade Center. Where's that picture at? The tower, the star, the moon, the sun. All of this is all about reincarnation. Replaying the story over and over and over and over. Now, this one guy that I want to show y'all, I don't see him, but I'm going to go get him real quick because he's on this article. I don't actually know what the heck happened to him, but I'm going to go back. Give me a second. Because I know. Because I don't know how I misplaced him. But he was on here. There he is. So don't ask me how this person. So this is the Beast, and he is Prince Mohammed bin Salman, like King Solomon. You know, the lodge members are waiting for. No shock here, y'all. The red and white, no shock. Red and white makes pink. You know, we always talk about the pink shot. Those of us who do gematria, that pink snake venom shot. We ain't gonna name it because y'all should know what it is. I'm not gonna name it. Yeah, there he is. He was very young during this time, of course, because I'm sure he was alive. Let me see, he's 38, something like that. Yeah, he was pretty young, but yeah. What else? This is all I want to say, really. I mean, if you watch my videos, you'll understand my thinking process. Don't call me crazy until you watch my shit. Don't call me crazy until you spend time with me. Because sometimes the reason why you call people crazy and you call them wrong and you say they're not of uprightness is because you're being biased. Don't be biased. Sometimes other folks can see something you can't see. I'm putting this video out here because I know that there will come a time when going beyond the books will be needed. Going beyond the books will be needed. If I don't tell you anything else and you don't remember anything else, remember I said we're in a game. It's a simulation. It's a matrix. Gematria proves it, and all other decoded languages prove it. Please understand that dogma is penned by man. And when you worship dogma, you worship man. And is God a man? Yes, God is a man. Even though it says God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man he has to repent. But God does repent. Enlil does repent. He's not my God, but people call him God. He used to be. Elohim, more than one God. Sisters, brothers, his dad and you. They call him the Most High. I don't. Not that I hate him, but I don't have time to be connected to somebody inside the dome. And these gods, these Elohims are inside the dome. They never leave the dome. And I guess they don't have to leave the dome because I guess they want to see how many people wake up. And as long as they can be worshipped in the game and loved in the game, why leave the game? They enjoy the game. Like, subscribe the bell. Thanks for watching.